Just making a simple loading screen right now. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I have a mic, but I'm not talking much. If you want to know anything, just let me know. Yeah, frames will be better to use, but I've been working this way for way too long. I just got used to it. And also, it's this all this has to be exported, and there's not much use for like frames and components. It doesn't matter like if it's a frame, it just matters that when it's exported, that it's like a PNG button that's going to be imported. So I never got the habit of using those when designing game UIs, which it would be better, but started slacking in the beginning to try to save time. Auto layout with groups works basically just as with frames. As you can see, you can do same thing. So it's pretty neat for that. The thing that I should do is like make components, but it's just these designs are kind of simple. So, but of course, will be better. I'm just using ChatGPT for some of these. And you can see I'm pretty much speed running this. Pretty simple. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Do you have any AAA placements yet? Well, not really. I've been mostly working on with smaller studios and hobby devs, but I'd love to work on something like that. I've been trying to get a job, like a real job in the industry. It's kind of tough because the gaming industry in a good shape right now. A lot of like experienced people got laid off, and there's like people that have years of experience applying for the same job that I'm applying, and I only have like freelance experience, which doesn't count as much. And I don't have a degree in graphic design. I went to college for uh, English. I mean, I'm still going. I haven't finished yet, but it's gonna make some simple for guys. I'm from Bosnia, uh, small country in Europe next to Croatia. If you don't know, thanks, man. Where are you from? Actually, I might switch. Oh, Switzerland, nice man. That's a nice country. I hope you enjoy living there. Got nice nature. I haven't been to Switzerland, but I'm definitely planning to go. I've been traveling a bit to like Austria and Germany and Italy, but I haven't been to Switzerland yet. Switzerland has great nature. I mean, it's cliche to say that, but it's probably like the best place to live in Europe. I don't know if you agree. It's probably like really expensive. Maybe it got even more expensive lately, but still, I honestly don't know how to spell this. Modeler. Two L's. Oh, they're both correct, I guess. Switzerland also has good cars and stuff. All of the cars that are imported from Switzerland have like good equipment packages. Especially those old cars had like special Switzerland packages, I think. Yeah, this is a good example of how you can reuse UI. This is a scrolling bar, loading bar, excuse me. But if you just switch it like this, it becomes a scroll bar. I don't know what's up with Figma, but it's not snapping as well as it usually is. I think some of my settings got reset by themselves. Yeah, I freelance this full time. I got this open as like a small company in Bosnia where I basically do freelance stuff, but I've been doing it for years, so I have nice amount of customers. But yeah, I do it full time for like 3 years now as like a job. Before that, I did it as like a thing to earn a bit on the side. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, what do you do for your job? I like to feel this up. Makes it a bit more interesting to look at. If I could do this job for like a Switzerland company in real life, that would be dope. I'm adding these lines to make it a bit more interesting. This feature that I use often when you want to make this in the middle of these two, you can select three of them and hit Shift Alt H, and it's gonna automatically. You probably know that, but just in case. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. These this is still a placeholder until it gets put in the game. I work in retail, like in a store or like a cashier, or that's why I'm getting into design. Yeah, I mean, if you there's definitely freelance jobs or something like this. It's only when you're looking for like a real job, it's a bit harder, but still, I think it's possible to find it. Especially if you do like general UI design, I think you can find jobs in Switzerland that are gonna like be decent. Consumer electronics, like a electronics store or something. What city do you live in Switzerland? Yeah, bro, those Indians are fucked. But for game UI designs, there's not many Indians, at least not yet, so I can still make decent, especially for my country. But if you do general UI UX design, then I think there's a lot of Indians and stuff. That's why I mostly switched to game UI designs rather than like general UI designs where you design websites. I've done that a little bit, but I found this more profitable, especially if you can maybe like go to college or something part time. Maybe you can get a job there as designer. I'm also gonna start like teaching people like one-on-one lessons on how to design game UIs like this. I'm currently like setting that up. Zurich is a nice city, man. I mean, if anything, you your job you don't like it right now, but at least you definitely have options. It's definitely possible to make something happen there. Do you recommend game design? Well, honestly, for freelancing, I definitely recommend it. But for if you're looking for a job, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because I'm looking for a job and I can't find it myself. But if you're looking for freelancing, then there is a decent amount of work. Well, it's also like you have to find like niche communities. Like this is like a Roblox game, so there's also like a lot of gambling stuff on Upwork. You can actually that's like a good niche I would recommend. If you're okay with if you're not like a Muslim or a Jew or something and you can't work with gambling, I'm not even sure if it's forbidden for Jews, but unless you have something like that going on, there's a very profitable niche. It's called like not sure what it's called exactly, but yeah, yeah, if you're Muslim probably don't want to work on that, but designing those casino websites and stuff is extremely casino like video games. It's extremely profitable. I haven't done it myself because it's totally different than what I work on usually. But I've seen them paying like a ton, like $50 an hour, which is pretty good on Upwork, and it's like a general ad. Besides that, there's probably work. There's probably a lot of work. even in other like if you don't want to do those, I think there's enough work for freelancing in game designs, especially if you're like me and I have ads on Upwork, I have ads on Fiverr, I have a lot of ads on Discord in various Discord servers. So I kind of spread out to maximize my reach. But the job market may fix itself in like a year or two or something, so it might be easier to land a job like in the industry. I've had like some interviews and stuff, but usually they find like some guy that's 30 or something that has a few years of experience already. Where do you recommend to start? Well, I started like my friend, he did 3D modeling. I'll just talk about how I started and maybe you can get an idea. My friend started 3D modeling in high school and he started learning a bit, so I wanted to do something and I did scripting for video games, but then I switched over to game UI. Best place to start. Well, there's not really many tutorials that like teach exactly this, and that's why I started like recording stuff and recording some tutorials myself. Because when I started as well, there were none of these, but now they're popping up a little bit. But I don't know. Do you have like experience in Figma? Have you already like started learning design? Yeah, that's good. And you can, I mean, honestly, at your place, I would post ads to work free on video games because that's how I started as well. It might suck a little bit in the beginning, but working for free actually builds you experience and you have like real stuff to work on, like real tasks. And eventually I just started charging like $5 and $10. Then I kind of increased a bit. But if you're interested, when I start teaching people, I can message you or something. 'Cause I'm gonna do that soon, like this week or next week. I'm starting that because I noticed like I had a lot of people on Discord, especially DM me and ask me like, can I teach them? Do I take classes? But I never really got into it because I didn't really see any way that it could be like profitable me, if that makes sense, enough to justify like teaching someone for an hour or something. But at this point, I kind of want to try that out. I have a tutorial on uh, like um like a short course, and I can send that over to you for free if you want. I usually charge like I charge like $15 for it, but I can send it over free if you want to practice a bit this kind of design. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna send that over on Twitter then. If you have any questions, like just let me know. And course, it's honestly not the best. I made it a while ago, and my mic wasn't the best, but it's sort of very beginner friendly, and it sort of teaches you how to make a design like this, like something similar, something simple like this, like a modern minimalistic design. It's often this kind of stuff is often used for like FPS games and stuff, and it's actually very profitable to do. It's just you can't charge too much for a game like this. I charge like 300, $400, but it's actually extremely well paid. My salary when I worked before was like 200 euros. It was so bad. I didn't even know why was I working there for 2 months that I worked. Let me see. I'll hop on Twitter. Or I'll message you on Twitter and I'll give you a link. I'll send you the product and I'll send you like a coupon for 100% off. I sent you on Twitter. You can try that out. I had like 24 people go through that so far, and I had guys message me that kind of started a bit on game design with that. But for that teaching thing, I want to do like weekly calls where we'd work together in Figma, and I kind of teach people and guide them. So I want to use the Figma's ability for teams to work together. So I would like to work with the person I'm teaching, and also I'd have like daily design challenges where you like to have to redesign a button like this or like this, or maybe like a at the end of the week a big uh, design challenge where you have to redesign a page like this. Also, yeah, that's the general plan. Also, I'd have like a channel for design critique where people could design and send the design over to me for critiques in case I have any ideas to improve it. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means, but I've been kind of living off this for like 3 years now, and that was my goal before. So if I could, I'd definitely follow my advice right now, stuff that I know now, back when I just started. But also, I always ask people for a to-do list, especially when you're working over PayPal or with because you don't have a contract or anything. So I ask people for a to-do list, and then I give them a price. I don't want to say yes to to like, oh, can you design a game for me? And you say yes, and then it can be 30 screens or something. So you don't want to say you just want to get a list, and then say your price. Do not get wrapped up in something, especially because people can just refund their money they pay you on PayPal. So you gotta watch out for stuff like that, and you also gotta make people, happy with they get, communicate a lot, and generally provide like as good of a support and as good of a service as you can. That's what I'm trying to do. It's served pretty well so far, like my tactics. So you can probably just copy some of the stuff I do. Thanks for the follow as well. Appreciate it. This design is going pretty well. I talked with the customer and he liked these too. I'm gonna send these a bit later. I'm gonna keep them for now. I usually like do this where I cross out the stuff from to-do list so I can be a bit more organized, I guess. There's a few more to be designed, like HUD has pretty there's some decent amount of content, but it's really easy once you get a design. Like once you get a style done, usually I design this first and then send it to the client and ask them, do you want any changes? Do you like the colors? Do you like the shape, style, font? And oftentimes they'll just say yes, it's good to continue. Sometimes, of course, you're gonna have to do some edits. So maybe they won't like the color, so you can change the color to something else. Maybe whatever. Maybe they don't like the font, but usually I'm using these fonts because I know this font works 100% well with Roblox, and so because Roblox doesn't work with every font, they have their own like font library, so you have to use fonts they do. Okay, let me check it out. Oh, this looks nice actually. It's like for an app or something. Like it looks kind of anime video game kind of stuff. Yeah, I like how this looks like. I like how these look like. I like this kind of effect. I mean, I'm not like really like an expert for these, but if you want my feedback, I'd just say like maybe make this stuff not so bold and make this a bit smaller or this container a bit wider. But I overall I think pretty good. It's pretty good. I like the art here that you use as well. If you want a quick tip on images like these, you can use like this is what I do here. So you have this. These images are pretty dark and they look pretty good looking, but see this background, you can just add a radio blur like this and it makes it a bit nicer, especially if you have like fonts over it. But you don't over there, but it's pretty good. I especially like this part. Dude, this is great. Yeah, and you're also using a very good kind of frame and kind of layout. I mean, if you do stuff like this, you can just find people who need it, and you can do it free. You can do it for free, and they're gonna appreciate. They're gonna tell someone. They're gonna, or they might even like start paying you as well. So that's why I really recommend doing stuff for free. You can actually, because you need to practice anyways. Why would you watch tutorials and stuff when you can just do the stuff for free and then slowly start earning money? I mean, it might be hard to find for free, even that, but for that, I recommend actually joining Discord servers. So, like, if you're into some kind of anime or some or a video game, especially like Fortnite editors popular and all, I've been kind of researching to get into that. So there might be some opportunities there. But yeah, I'd actually start with Discord to try to find some development communities. So the stuff you're trying to do, if it's game design or because oftentimes you can find people on Discord, and there's a lot less like people from India that work for $10. No worries, man. Appreciate it. It's trust me, it's nothing. Not an expert by any means. No worries, man. Appreciate your follow and your watching as well. I'm a bit tired now, and I'm head to the gym, but I hope to see you more on my streams if you wanna like chat more. How long do you work on one project? So, okay, let me tell you. Currently, I'm working on 5 projects. One of them, I've been doing it for like a week. One of them, I've been doing for like 3 weeks. No, actually, for 1 month already. But it's a very big project that's a lot more detailed. So it's an RPG game that has like 30 screens. So like 30 of those. But it's a lot more complex than this one. And there's another one I've been doing for 2 or 3 weeks. It also has like 20 screens. Also like pretty detailed, but so this can take in total from receiving the payment and finishing it fully can take under a week. So like a few days usually because you're gonna sometimes have to wait for their feedback. Sometimes you know, but you can do more of them at once. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Cheers, man. Hope to see you. Hope to talk to you soon as well. Take care, man.